closing out of all my apps here while I get this stream ready. Let's see what we got going on here. Make sure that the YouTube thing is actually up and live. Okay. And we are live. All right. Let's take a look and see who wants to drop in today. Probably going to be the normal YouTube crowd. Let's see what happens though. Live. What's up, bro? Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon. Fuck, which part that was I on? Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Digimon. Didn't I say something about Digimon last time? Because I think holy shit, that's a fucking spider right there. Alright. I gotta remember exactly what, which part of Digimon I was on, though. Dinosaur to Pooh to Angel with gigantic tits. Avis is in the fucking house. Yeah, there was something about Digimon that I wanted to say. I'm trying to remember exactly right offhand. Because I remember we were talking about the popularity of it. I just can't remember full on how it was nonsense. I mean, maybe I was going to that. Maybe I was going to that category. Daniel Berry, what's up, bro? Welcome back. Happy fucking Wednesday, bro. Yeah, didn't they bring out didn't they have a Steam game for Digimon? Because I think my buddy was talking about that at one point in time. I think he was playing it on his stream because he does a lot of the whatchamacallit. He plays games on stream, but he does it without face cam or voiceover. An argument with Brittany Romano. She threatening to take me to court, bro. What? Why is she threatening to take you to court? What'd you do? Did you defame her? Yokai Watch was like the true competitor to Pokemon when it came out. Actually, you know what? Actually, on the Digimon topic, I do remember where I left off yesterday because I remember specifically that I said something about Zatch Bell before I hopped off the stream because that's where I left off. I remember I was saying something about Zatch Bell. I think I just said the title, and that was kind of like alluding to what I was gonna start with next time. Because I don't know how many people remember Zatch Bell in the green dress at the front of the Lindsay Clancy trial, and she winked and laughed on the front row. Bro, what? Why? What the fuck time are we calling this? I got a life to attend to. I can't sit here all morning like a Victorian orphan waiting for the royal carriage. It is what it is, Jace, man. That's the nature of doing Uber, man. Some days like your ride gets a little further out, and then you gotta fucking drive, and then I gotta fucking drive and shit and get back to where I need to be for good signal. Shit happens, bro. And plus, I've actually been playing around with an app today because I was doing a little more research on like Facecam apps, and there's actually like a Facecam app overlay that I can put directly on my phone, so it uses the camera. And let me get in the shade because my phone's getting a little heated. I need to take the case off. Okay, fuck this, dude. Radio Titan, what's up? But yeah, there was a Facecam app that I was playing with earlier on, and it's just a floating Facecam, and like it just serves that purpose. It literally just puts a Facecam like up in this part of the corner, or I can put it anywhere pretty much. So I might be able to pull off some of the stuff that I'm trying to do on stream specifically, so that way I can show more content on my stream besides just the talking and everything. Jaden, what's up? Pyro, Miguel Funk, I don't know who that is, and if it's music, then I can't listen to music on stream with YouTube. VR, no, I don't have VR. Isaac, yes, I'm good, man. Finally get the notification, tune in 30 seconds later, we're already fucking talking about Pokemon and Digimon. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I think we need to break up. Jace misses all the fucking sex talk. That girl, what we talking about? We left off on a bunch of different topics. We were talking about Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Last stream, and then I kind of left off with Zatch Bell, which I don't know how many people remember Zatch Bell, but yeah, that was kind of what I left off with on last stream, and I don't know how many people remember that fucking show, because I only really remember bits and pieces of that specific show, just about fucking the dolls and shit, and at least I think they're dolls. I think that's what they were in the fucking books, and you had to read from this book to make them do the abilities and shit. But I don't fucking remember who. I don't know who even remembers that show. Do you like people? I like people enough. Specifically, I like people on a sliding scale, depending on how much we click, and also based on the values that we share, if that makes sense. Got to take his 10-minute break. Wants to hang you. BTS and no, I don't know either of those. BTS or Blackpink, I don't know those. No, I don't know how to speak Jamaican. Is that Tesla in the back? Yes, it's a Tesla. Okay, I need to take the case off my phone. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully that'll stop my phone from fucking overheating. Wagwan, what is that? 2K pop group. Fell asleep the entire day. That's what's up. I only speak two languages. I only speak English and I speak Japanese, and I'm very very much behind on Japanese. So yeah, follow Dolly Parton done die. Yeah, I seen a post on Dolly Parton, but I didn't really know like who she was as an artist. I didn't listen to any of her music, but I'm seeing the post and everything, and typically I don't really do posts about people that I don't really know too much about, or unless I do my research on it. Still better than the poor girl with 7 horses named Sky. Hey man, like we need topics to talk about on stream, man. Like I mean, Pokemon and Digimon and shit. That's just where we happen to get to. But either way, we might have more. I need to play around with these apps a little bit more to find out if I can make it actually work in terms of the stream and everything. So that way, I'm not sitting here testing everything out, because like I've been wanting to do more on stream. It's just Streamlabs is pretty limiting, and I can only choose with Streamlabs. I can only choose to use the camera to stream directly with, or I can stream my phone screen directly. But then I also, if I'm gonna do the face cam thing, I need to I also need to find a way to make sure that I'm not gonna accidentally show shit on stream that I'm not supposed to be showing. So I've also been playing around with settings on X as well, so that way I can block out certain content. So that way I can like scroll through and we can find different shit to talk about on there. So that way we're kind of on the same page, and we'll also have what's the word I'm looking for? There will be a little bit more direction for the stream, a little bit more direction, I guess. Because right now it's very directionless, and we get a bunch of people that come in here. And there's no direct topic or no central focus, and honestly, with me just kind of with us having like it's kind of a central topic, but everybody else is just like, oh man, like what about this? Is that a Tesla? Oh, what about this video game? What about Attack on Titan? What about this anime? And I think I've been streaming long enough to the point where I need to start really having like central focused topics and not just chilling here on stream and just fucking talking about whatever and engaging with whatever the fuck is on the screen. Because at a certain point, it's just like, okay, well, okay, we're not really talking about that. We want to talk about other. We want to talk about one. We all want to be on the same page. British blood clot. You tell me a Jamaican brother. Okay. Appreciate that, Jelly Donut. Appreciate that. Rick Bean. This is a talk stream. That's cool. It's a little bit of everything stream right now. Like it's more of a hangout stream. We do a lot of things here. We talk about whatever the fuck the central topic is, and I engage with pretty much general, just a general stream. Suspicious number of businesses that are technically still open but appear to have no customers, employees, or detectable signs of life. You know, that is kind of a decent one, to be honest, man. I don't know how it is over there for you, Jace, to be honest. Oh my gosh, Avis with the hiding 10 jewels. Appreciate you, bro. The British homie coming through. Crevice, what's up? Okay. But yeah, that's I don't know. That seems to be a thing that's going on even kind of here, to be honest, man. Because I've I don't know if it's just local businesses mainly. I mean, with the when we have more businesses that are especially with the corporate stuff, man, it's fucking they keep growing and growing, and then it gets harder and harder for the locals. Avis again with the much appreciated hiding, brother. Bro finally figured out. Bro found out to fucking drop gifts, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna just keep dropping these. Hell yeah. But I've talked with my buddy about this a little bit, and what the fuck was that? But so with a lot of these smaller businesses, sometimes I wonder how they manage to stay open. Because fucking the main issue is that places like Walmart, I guess that's the best comparison that I have, or Target, big box stores, big corporate stores, it's really hard to compete with them. But it makes me wonder if with these local stores, the smaller ones that look like nothing's going on in there, how are they staying open? Like, how are they affording the rent? How are they affording taxes on the places? How are they affording anything? Because I've really had this thought process for a little bit that I almost sometimes feel like there's got to be a front going on with those kind of places. Damn alive! How are you gonna diss Sky like that? Crazy. But it's gonna be really fucking hard for a lot of these local businesses to stay open in the future. It seems because again, big box stores. Fuck, how are you gonna compete with fucking department stores like Walmart or Target? Convinced half these businesses are just elaborate money laundering fronts. no customers, no staff, just one pensioner behind a desk waiting for the prophecy to be fulfilled. I don't know. What, like a prophecy? Like what prophecy are we talking about here, bro? Just fucking, like I'm not spiritual and I'm not religious, so I don't know how to really tackle that issue. I don't know about any prophecy. I mean, we're having a lot of that prophecy talk as of recently with certain governmental institutions and with a specific group of people that shall not be named in the stream, unfortunately. Um, executive order that limits mail-in voting got approved. Everything will be ID and limited. Um, well, I mean the limit on voting, honestly, bro. I mean, it's a slippery thing, man. Because fucking we don't want illegal immigrants voting. We don't want that. I don't I don't want illegal immigrants coming in here and voting and then like screwing up everything and then they vote for people that are gonna bring in more illegal immigrants and then it's just gonna fucking snowball from there. I mean that in on itself is a bit of a slippery topic too because a lot of people will say that your vote doesn't matter and to a certain extent I sometimes I feel that's true. Sometimes I feel like politics is just a fucking huge like dramatization show where they put up the cameras and everything and they show us like the most dramatic parts and they take these big swings of up and down like oh we got this approved but we couldn't get that approved and fucking and it's just to really make you feel like something's going on but then once those cameras go off a whole different thing happens behind the scene. Where the fuck is that? I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, that's a fucking tick. Let me squish that bitch. Hold on. It's a fucking tick. Oh, that bitch has got to die right now. Okay. Squish that tick. Okay. Votes barely matter. Votes will be even more rigged. I don't know. It's really hard to say, bro. Cause fucking at the if there's no way to really verify who's voting if they're an illegal immigrant, then what are we gonna do to really like circumvent that from happening? Because some guy comes over from Turkey, he overstays his welcome. He's like, oh well, I want my family to come here, but I don't want them to have to go through the whole process of citizenship and everything. So let me vote now, and maybe I can affect something. And then he influences more people to vote the same way that he does, and then he starts bringing his family, and that's more people, and then they're gonna know people, and they're gonna be like, oh, I want my friends here. Let me vote on somebody who has that same policy idea, and then it can snowball. It really can snowball. Now I mean, with the digital ID thing, that's a whole nother thing. To be honest, I don't know how they're gonna handle that. William R, what's up, bro? Godzilla, welcome, bro. He said, "Fuck all the world governments." Yeah, we just level it out, go back to sticks and stones. Those politicians aren't wanting restrictions for that reason. There's a lot of them that don't, man. There's really a lot of them that don't. That's another thing too. I think that's also why they made the two-party system, because without the two-party system, I mean there's not really any conflict of like general interest outside of just listening to a bunch of mishmash of people. Well, whoever's running for office or whatever, it's just a mishmash of people, and they state what they want to do or whatever. But you don't really know generally how they align. He said alive would be a great politician. Alive something memes for president 2029. Illegal immigration is a big problem, but I feel like the government is just using it as a scapegoat. Immigrants have always been scapegoated for decades. Government is too scummy. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's one thing too. I mean, they're scapegoating a lot of things, but yeah, you don't really have much choice into it to engage with it because they just throw things in front of you that are going to affect your life, and then you have to deal with it. It's kind of like if somebody forces an unfortunate circumstance on you. Somebody like steals your wallet, or they steal your phone, or they steal your fucking car or something, and all of a sudden you got to put your whole fucking life on hold pretty much to deal with that issue. Like you lose your wallet, your ID, and everything, your fucking your credit cards, your debit cards. Like your life goes on fucking hold immediately. You can't do anything without any of that unless you're holding cash and you have like a spare ID or something. But even then, you still got to address the fact that you got lost credit cards, lost debit cards, and you got to fucking call and cancel those. Those take immediate priority. Um, she's I'll say she's what's up? Says good morning, man. It's late evening here. Really want you to hate immigrants to excuse the terrible shit they do. Um, yeah, that's one thing, man. I mean, I've made the comparison between illegal immigration, what they say the pros and the cons, and all. Like the cons, they just far outweigh the pros in terms of just in terms of what AI can even compare, and that's still not even accounting for like cultural displacement, fucking the loss of the American values, because that's kind of a thing here now where we're having more and more Muslims come in, and then they have their Islam doctrines or whatever and Sharia law, and I don't want to live by Sharia law. Like if you're a Muslim coming here and you want to practice Islam, that's one thing, whatever. But like you need to come here and you need to assimilate to the society, and you need to fucking find a way to work your religion around that. And if your religion involves you following like Sharia law and fucking like stoning women or something, then like no, if you want everybody around you to follow your doctrine, you need to go back to you need to go back to a country where they practice that, where it's generally accepted in public that everybody else is going to practice that. Went solo to make those Chris 20s. Hell, bro. If I was president of the United States, it would be closed borders with the exception of breeding aged Latina baddies. Yeah, they could stay, bro. They could stay. Everybody else though, they gotta go. They gotta go. if they're if they're appropriately aged Latina baddies, then just boom, instant citizenship. Instant citizenship. Everybody else though, they gotta go. Fucking kick them all out. We'll let the pinky chews stay in the U.S. though. We'll let the ones like that stay. All the other ones though, they gotta go. They gotta go, bro. Please lower the prices for Colgate toothpaste. No, no. I say we raise the prices and then we lower the prices for good natural fluoride-free toothpaste, and everybody buys that. You don't need you don't need Colgate. What are you talking about, bro? You don't need Colgate. Get a good natural toothpaste, good natural dental floss, fix your gut health, because bad breath is actually gut health related, and it's not a toothpaste deficiency. It's not a toothpaste or mouthwash deficiency. My ants don't like when you breed them. Would make the immigration process more stricter. No ICE or none of this stuff. I would catch illegals the humane way, not this whole 1984 style of enforcement. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that I have a very extreme outlook on this, and I will have to unfortunately bite my tongue on what I want to say because I don't think I can say it on YouTube, and I don't think I can say it on Twitch, and I don't want to end up banned like Asmongold was, unfortunately. So anybody that wishes to hear more truthful answers out of me, make sure you follow me on both Kick and Rumble, and maybe one day we can actually have a platform of more free speech, and I can actually say my opinions. But for now, I don't think I can say what I actually want to say, so I'll have to bite my tongue. Fuck Colgate and fuck fluoride. Yeah, fuck both of those, dude. Fuck both of them, dude. We need to get rid of those. We need to get rid of fluoride. We need to get rid of fucking Colgate. Get rid of mouthwash. We need to go back to all natural products. Catching illegals, huh? I'll never be caught. Jelly's on the fucking run to axe illegals. I mean, that seems a little far. We should just catch them. The whole ICE stuff should be for the dangerous ones. I'll be for real. You could probably watch. I made a video I made a video reaction to Asmongold and him explaining why he was banned, and a lot of other people have. And I have very, very extreme views. Now, okay, all illegals, probably not. Probably not. I mean, we could catch them and we could send them back. The dangerous ones, I don't think we should be catching and releasing those. Obviously, because we don't want dangerous people out in the world. But they're at a certain point, like some of these people, they're probably going to be reoffenders. Like, we're going to catch them, we're going to send them back, and then they're probably going to come back again. So we could probably talk about like a first time offense, like we catch you the first time and send you back. But then there has to be like an upper limit to at least this is my belief on it. There has to be like an upper tolerable limit, because if the punishment every time is just like okay, you cross the border, we send you back. You cross the border again, we send you back. Oh, you cross the border again, we send you back. Like they're just gonna come back every time, because there's not like the punishment doesn't really it's not escalating. And like just like with the law, I mean, you commit a crime or whatever, or let's just say in this case speeding, okay, you can be fully banned from the country, you know. Yeah, but then the question is how, okay, we're gonna ban you from the country, but then how are we going to enforce that ban? Because okay, we can stop you from like flying and stuff. Okay, like you can't fly back to our country. You can't take you can't take any official means of travel back to the country. But what are we going to do about other means? You're crossing through the mountains, or you're crossing via like ocean or unofficial means that we can't really track you by. Yeah, prison would probably be that'd probably be a fair one too. But then here's the other issue is, okay, well they broke the law and we send them to prison, and now tax dollars are being spent to take care of them their whole life. Instead of the Neverland, I thought I don't follow the rules. Jelly Donuts, like, yeah, fuck all that. But yeah, like you spent a long time in prison, but then we're putting tax dollars to use on you. And The only other solutions I think the only other solutions I can come up with is if we do that, then like if you go to like if you're going to prison, we actually have to make prison a horrible, terrible, like exhausting time for you. Like that's the only solution if we're gonna. At least this is my opinion on it. If we're gonna send you to prison, then prison needs to actually suck. Like prison needs to actually fucking suck. Like no giving these high commodity foods, no commissary, no fucking like sugary junk foods and stuff. Like you're pretty much gonna be eating fucking slop every single day. You're gonna be eating low quality, bland, fucking foods that don't taste good, and like you're just being fed pretty much to the bare minimum for nutrition. And honestly, I'm also for fucking reform programs in prison as well, like actual labor. Because again, prison needs to fucking suck. It really needs to fucking suck. I've seen I've met people that have gone to prison, and dude, a lot of people that I know that go to prison, they're like, oh, prison ain't bad. Prison ain't that bad. I mean, it might depend on the prison that you go to. But overall, like prison needs to fucking suck if we're gonna send you to prison. And again, like for the immigration thing, we really need to there needs to be a ramping up of the punishment that's necessary for the crime that you're committing. Little chunky says hi, Diva. What's up, bro? Welcome. But again, I probably have some very very extreme views on this that again I can't really say on YouTube. So yeah, that's that's kind of my thing. I'm very very willing to meet in the middle ground on a lot of things, provided that they're reasonable. Because like I mean, at the end of the day, we need to find some kind of like middle ground on what we're gonna do, because nobody wants to spend a lot of tax money to take care of somebody that's just gonna be a reoffender for like their entire life. Nobody want like I don't want to spend my tax dollars on somebody that's not really gonna be an overall like net positive to society. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't want to do that either. Whatever I want to be. Prison's amazing. A short stint every couple of years really resets your appreciation for personal freedom, questionable life choices, and the general availability of dangerous, horny men. Hey, I hear that. I hear that happens to the fucking to the kid diddlers in prison. I mean, again, it depends on the prison that you go to and everything. But prison here, man. I've heard a lot of people say that it's not that bad. In fact, there was one guy I had on an Uber ride. He told me that they had an Xbox in prison. They had a fucking Xbox in prison. Like, what the fuck do you mean you got an Xbox in prison? Like you fucking committed credit card fraud and you fucking scam people and rob people, and then you get to go to prison and you get to fucking eat like eat Rice Krispie treats, ramen noodles, some fucking like beef jerky, and fucking you get like 3 square meals a day, a fucking bed, and your cellmates might be cool people or whatever. Dude, what do you mean? What do you mean, dude? You're not doing hard time. You're fucking chilling. You're fucking chilling. What the fuck do you mean? That ain't hard time. What if you spend forever in prison? It must be a paradise for the rest of your life. I mean, there's trade-offs to it. I mean, like you're not gonna be able to meet women, of course, in prison, or people of the opposite sex. But I mean, the outlook on that for men nowadays is fucking not so good. So maybe that's not such a bad thing. People literally have phones in prison and recording shit in prison. Yeah, that's the problem too. Like they have dude, like they have fucking TVs in there. They have phones. They have, again, Xboxes, game consoles. Like this is supposed to be a place of fucking reform, not a place for you to go and just like, yeah, this is fucking cool. I get to play Xbox all day and play and watch YouTube videos and record and shit. Access to the best drugs. I mean, they might have those in there too. Well, I've never asked legit questions. It's always a trap. He makes it loud and clear what is normal or abnormal. That little weasel. Danny Roll, what do you? Okay, that's a no. That's a nonsense, and that's a nonsense thing, dude. You're gonna have to, yeah. Normal is what most of the Homo sapiens desire. The default settings. My settings must be pretty fucked up then. Unnormal is just some weird mental illness that some people are sadly diagnosed with. I mean, I guess it depends on what the default settings you mean are, because how far what's the range in terms of like the settings before we start going into the non-default settings? Because are we talking like and the default settings are like girls without makeup and like they have hairy armpits, hairy booty hole, hairy vagina, or is that just like, is that kind of like some optional settings that you kind of go and flip on and off as you need be, or you're just kind of like you're kind of stuck with the settings? Like when you start having hormonal development, it just so happens that your settings happen to just wire you towards liking goth girls and muscle mommies. Gain muscle or gain? Good try. I'm not reading that, sir. Middle finger. Okay. All right. The default settings, the settings that wire us to grow our generations. Dude, I feel like my settings, my default settings must be fucking busted as hell then, because I have like no desire to have kids or whatever. I have no desire to really procreate or really further the human species at least in terms of my own bloodline anyway. Now I argue for a lot of things in terms of the development of children in general. Like, we shouldn't have fucking LGBTQ shit being taught in school and trans ideology. We shouldn't have that. Are you sure it's just goth girls? I'm sure. Don't forget, they also wear those football characters regularly. The fuck, I'm drawing a blank on it right now. I'm drawing a blank. You know what? Probably doesn't matter too much. But yeah, so what did I do? I don't know. It said so mean. Goth mommies who specialize in small wieners. Yeah, goth mommies who specialize in small wieners and um in a special type of cheese. What's going on in chat? Is this something that I know nothing about? You're kind of new here, Rick Bean, man. There's levels of lore to the chat that um that probably go back a few months, but we'll try and get you fitted in and acquainted to the best of our ability. But sometimes that's just the nature of live streaming, that you get people that drop in and out. I mean, I've had my fair share of people that they're very regulars here, and then they're around for like months, and then they drop out, or they show up and then they're gone for a while, or they show up fairly frequently. They're gone for 2 weeks, they come back 2 days, gone for another week, come back 3 days. Those goth mommies specialize in raising sheep and sometimes foxes. Maybe raising them for how can I word this so it doesn't sound fucking weird? For I guess consumer purposes. Two people fighting in the chat. Man, it's sometimes it's just dudes being like playing around being dudes, bro. Honestly, like usually it's never anything actually serious. Sometimes it's just fucking sometimes it's just people just fucking trolling around or just fucking around or whatever. If anything, just disregard, man. Just disregard it. We'll get through it. He said clipped. I'll probably have to go back and clip it. A PO box. I have a personal mailbox or like a private digital mailbox. I've been considering closing it down or whatever, but I've thought about having like a PO box for certain things, but I don't know if I don't know if I really have like that big of a following yet to really have a PO box open for that purpose. Yeah, because a PO box it would cost me a decent amount of money to keep that thing open. Be aware of Alive as a psychopath if you know. 20 goated 16. What's up? Like a sub. Appreciate you liking and subbing, man. Oh, you are fucking weird. Nature of live streaming, bro. Dude, I can almost guarantee you if you go into any growing any live streamer that is even moderately successful, almost all their fucking live stream chats are gonna be weird. Pretty much all of them are gonna be weird, bro. That's pretty much just the nature of it, man. All big live streamer chats are weird. You just have to sometimes you just have to learn to embrace the parasocialness of people on the internet, and you really just have to learn to fucking ignore it, because that's just what it comes down to. You just sometimes you just gotta look at the fucking parasocial messages, the weird messages or whatever, and you just gotta be like, whatever, like I don't need to pay attention to it. Y'all hate each other or something. Bro, they're just fucking around as far as I can tell. I don't know. Like, Mola, you're annoying AF, and this kidnapping weird stuff. The kidnap thing isn't really too serious of a thing in my opinion. Like nobody's actually been kidnapped, but there's stuff here, Rick, being that you're not fully up to date with because you're still new here, man. It is what it is, though. If you have issues with anybody, man, just block them. That's literally what it comes down to. If you have issues with anybody, just block them. That's really between like you and whoever. That's between you and them and whatever, and that's y'all's problem. I'm not here to adjudicate like who's doing what unless there's obviously something illegal going on. He said, "Nah, I like this." All right, well, you're gonna fit right in then, man. You're gonna fit right in. All right, men fighting like sissies. We're the most dysfunctional, fucked up, weird little family, and none of us are normal, but somehow the chaos just works. Wouldn't change it, bro. I don't know how the fuck this live chat. I don't know how the fuck this chat doesn't even work sometimes. I literally don't fucking know how this works sometimes. I literally just hit the live button, go live. No fucking no specific topics, maybe except for one odd off thing that I got at the top of my head. But then eventually the chat just devolves into complete degeneracy, and then I'm just chilling here like, okay, here we go again. It's that opening scene for like all the memes and shit on GTA San Andreas. Like, oh shit, here we go again. It, normal and also normal, but he's just coping. Dolly Sharton died. Bro, I didn't know anything about her, man. I didn't know anything about her. I keep seeing the post. And I just think she was into some weird occult shit. What, like some like astrology sign? I mean, that's all girls. The astrology thing, that's all girls, bro. I mean, at this point, we should just expect it. But like, but if that's the case, and like she's into occult and weird shit, then look at half the fucking people in the government, and look at all the famous people too. A lot of famous people. YouTube Live is filled with tarot and astrology people. You know that I don't really scroll through the YouTube Live that much, honestly. Well, I do occasionally just to see like what the fuck's popping off, and dude, I don't know half the shit why it even performs as well as it does. People are out here just catering to little kid audiences that want to see you fucking put rubber bands on a watermelon, and I don't understand it. I mean, like weird polytheistic deity worship. Oh, so like everybody in the government. Everybody in the government. That's pretty much everybody in the government, bro. Everybody's into some polytheistic deity worship type stuff. Look, in terms of people in power and famous people, everybody's pretty much a criminal at this point. Like closet gay people fight in stuff stream. I mean, no screaming weirdos at least. It's a mishmash, dude. It's a fucking mishmash. I'm in the process of figuring out how to fucking schedule and really like section the stream off a little bit more. But for right now, I'm still working in the background on stuff with that. So give it time, man. We're gonna get a little more organized. I've only been doing this a few months, but fucking we're getting there. We're getting there. Still keen for you to fill a glass bowl with water and marbles and ASMR the absolute shit out of it. Even just a 2-minute showcase every stream. Do I look like that one? Do I look like I want to do that fuck what that one I think Japanese person is doing with the fucking with all the colorful bubbles and lights and shit with the fucking spoon just sitting there smiling like I don't know how the fuck that person even has an average of I think 200 something people are in that stream. I fucking don't. I don't even really understand ASMR content in general. Like that shit doesn't entertain me. Like has anybody scrolled through Twitch occasionally and seen and you'll see like the girls dressed up in spandex, leather suits and shit. Fucking cleavage is just like exposed enough to where the nipples are barely coming out, and then they're just rubbing like they're rubbing these things, these like silicone things, and you just hear these like slimy noises in the microphone, and I'm just thinking, who the fuck is watching this shit? Who the fuck just sits here and watches this or just listens to this? Or I don't even fucking know if they're even doing anything. Jason wants to rub one out to that video. Hey, he said 2 minutes, bro. So we're just like bro's literally just admitting that he's gonna bust a premature one to it. Usually just comment nice milkers. Do they ever actually say anything? Because I'll scroll past the streams and they're just sitting there looking at the camera, like, and they're just like rubbing this fucking thing. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Like, who the fuck thought of just taking this black fucking dildo looking thing and just rubbing it and making slimy noises in the microphone, and they just knew it was gonna fucking perform well. I don't understand. My actual developed brain just hurts thinking about it. Don't forget the OF girl just subtly advertising their OF. That's that well, she's not really, I don't think she's really advertising her OF, but I don't know if anybody knows the channel, I think it's Sandwich Cutie Cat or something like that. Because she literally, it's just this girl posting, she literally, at the beginning of the short, she'll look at the camera and say, like, are you hungry? You want me to make you a sandwich? And then she will literally proceed to make a sandwich on camera. Like it's decently edited, I'm not gonna lie. Like, she's actually chopping up the ingredients, cutting up the lettuce, grinding up all the seasonings and the spices, and she's actually like cooking the food and shit on camera. But damn, dude, and then she's got all her fucking OF links on her shit, and I'm just thinking, wow, like this girl is fucking making bank off these videos, because some of them videos get 500,000 views per video, and last I checked, I think the average RPM on a short like that is 50 cents for every 1,000 views. So she's fucking making bank, bro. Dirty girl, what, bro? Who we rubbing one out to? Oh man, I don't know if I should say that, man. I don't know if I should say Michael Obama. Knock knock. Already auto ejaculated 5 times during the stream. The ASMR would just send me to space. What the fuck is auto ejaculate? Like, you just don't have to touch it? Who dare? Because hot girl equals views. I mean that's true. I guess kind of, in a way. Because I've scrolled through YouTube Shorts and like fucking other live streams, and like there'll be an attractive girl on the stream, but she won't have that many views unless like she's just not attractive in the conventional sense to most other guys. Because we all know that fucking the average man doesn't fucking have like jack shit for really actual taste. A lot of gooners on the internet nowadays, dude. Apparently, I must really be underestimating how bad the gooner epidemic is. I'll rub one out to you then, baby. It's always that motherfucker Mesmerized Gaming. Bro, you need to go back to GTA. Take your ass back to GTA 5. You were literally on a live stream, and there was literally a fucking guy willing to do that for you on stream. Hands-free ejaculation. Yeah, we talked about sex. Here we go. I don't know if that's a talent, man. You was talking about girl. Can you complain about sex talk? You must be retarded. Listen, bro, Alive is probably the only person that's keeping this stream even relatively sane and like keeping it decently leveled out, so that way we don't just completely devolve into complete fucking like gay sex talk and fucking just any kind of sex talk. Because he's like Alive is the only one here that actually sometimes brings up topics that aren't really sex related or talking about shoving fucking dildos up somebody's ass for some reason. he's like, dude, he's literally the only one that keeps this fuck that throws out like relatively, I guess, real world relevant topics. Because the rest of them, the rest of it, it's just sometimes somebody will throw out a real world relevant topic, but then quickly after it just kind of links. It kind of like comes back full circle into sex talk. Let me know when Alive is out. See if, bro, are you really leaving because of him, bro? Block him, brother. Block him. That's literally what the block button is for. You just click his name and you block him. What do you mean? Should have seen what we did off the stream, Winky face. The Barocco pussy. I don't know, bro. I don't know what you did. I don't feel like you did anything wrong. Like, it's just shit talking. And like I said, if anybody has an issue, like block them. At this point, I'm just like in full fucking mode, dude. I'm just full on fuck it. I don't even know. I did. Well, when I first started live streaming, I never expected that it was fucking even gonna turn into this. I never expected it would have even gotten close to turning into this, and it literally just fucking. I don't know how to even really describe my live stream chats anymore. Try explaining any of these fucking chats to somebody in your life. You almost fucking can't. You pretty much can't. You can't really summarize it in a short fucking sentence. What's my username on Rumble? That one is, I think it's a Matsu Eagle. I think it's a Matsu. Wait, let me check and see real quick. Yes, it's a Matsu Eagle. There's no spaces on it. That's also, I think that's also my fucking handle on Kick. So, my preferred platforms, if you're gonna follow me anywhere, is Kick and Rumble. Twitch, you can follow me there. You can follow me like pretty much everywhere. It's pretty much a Matsu Eagle every single place. Watch Fuentes on Rumble sometimes. I haven't watched Nick Fuentes yet, but he's heavily crowdfunded, isn't he? Because that's what I've heard is he's crowdfunded. I really do want to move over to like Kick and Twitch, not quite Kick and Twitch. I mean, I want to get monetized on Twitch, but I would really like to focus on Kick and Rumble more. Because Rumble, I think you actually start getting paid right away when you start making videos on that platform. And then Kick, they have a very good incentive too. Instead of this old gay stuff and beef nonsense. You believe Shishu actually died, or do you think he just disappeared? Wait, isn't that somebody famous? I'm not too familiar with that name, but I'm under the assumption that anybody famous that Matsu Eagle here. I'll actually be able to type on the YouTube thing here real quick. YouTube. Let me. Matsu Eagle. Okay. Is that Japanese for spread? Amatsu is the Japanese kanji for heaven or heavenly. That's part of my online Xbox clan that I joined a while back. Shisui Uchiha. Oh, well, he actually died, man. I don't know, like he actually fucking died. I haven't seen fucking Naruto in so long, so I completely forgot a lot of the characters in there. Let me go and put my this chat's interesting. Oh, dude, you haven't even seen that. You haven't even seen the half of it yet. It gets way more heated in here sometimes. Just wait, bro. But I ain't seen Naruto in so fucking long that I barely remember half the cast of that damn show. But I remember reading the final chapter when that shit came out, and I was like, okay, finally over. Remember Xbox 360? I remember Xbox 360. I spent many hours playing Phantasy Star Universe on Xbox 360. I remember Phantasy Star Universe was a big game I played on there. Played a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops. Plenty of Gears of War 2 when that came out, and Gears of War 3. Dude, I felt like Gears of War, that whole series just fucks, bro. I don't know. I've been seeing shit about E-Day coming out, and I have rather mixed opinions about it. I don't know if it'll perform as well as some people are thinking it will, because it seems a little slower paced than the previous ones, and the way fucking people's attention spans work nowadays, it's fucked, dude. He jumped off a cliff. I don't believe he died. Who dies from jumping in that show? Well, you know, bro. Like if the plot calls for it, then like the plot calls for it. If you get stabbed to the fucking heart, yeah, but the plot calls for you to live, then somehow there's some way to live through getting stabbed to the heart. Especially when you're in a world without modern medicine and stuff. You just focus your chakra into like that heart and you heal it somehow. It's kind of like when Might Guy opened the gate of death, and he was supposed to fucking die, but then Naruto came back somehow and fucking like saved him from dying, and I was like, what the fuck is this plot armor? Like wasn't this supposed to be a big fucking moment? Wasn't this supposed to be a big tragic moment? Fucking like Might Guy opened up the fucking gate of death, and then he was literally about to fucking die, and then Naruto comes and just like touch, like, you're alive. Like, calm down, retard, you're alive. What would you do if some animal rainbow group packed your city and posted animal pride flag stuff on like billboards and stuff? I mean, I'm just not gonna look at the billboards, but I would really hope that it gets fixed. Because honestly, I was a pretty heavy red leaning state, so they probably get that shit fixed right away. See, that's one thing that makes me a little hesitant to actually move to like Arizona, because like don't get me wrong, Arizona's a red leaning state. So they're probably going to be a little bit more on the sane side and not promoting like those blue haired ideals. But I was still like the far more sane state because I don't have to worry about walking around and somebody's be like, "Oh, my pronouns. Use the right pronouns. It's she. It's he. It's her. It's they. Them." Like I don't want to fucking hear that shit, dude. I when I went to this My Chemical Romance show, that shit was up in Minnesota, and Minnesota is like one of the fucking bluest leaning states, and I literally I just kept to my fucking self the entire time because I was just surrounded by so many fucking like weirdos, dude, and I was just like, oh, this probably isn't the fucking place for me to be starting that shit, so I'm just gonna keep to myself. Anybody tries to talk to me, I'm just be like, nope, don't feel like talking. I'm just here for the show. Funny how the 360 is still the best-selling Xbox console, and no other console has come close. Is it really? The Gay of Death, literally animal that have hacked the government. Did they really? I identify. Wait, what? Identify? What's identify? As an Apache helicopter, bro. I like my identity again. On this stream, I identify as a 100% Japanese man named Hiroyuki Kawahashi. Okay? You need to respect the fact that I identify as a fucking Japanese man. You will call me by my Japanese name. And also, my pronouns are Wakazashi. Okay? That's my pronoun. You will call me by that. You need to respect the fact that I identify as a 100% Japanese man. And also, I dropped my cap. Also, by the way, I don't identify as gay, straight, bisexual, demisexual, fucking animal sexual. What else? Tree sexual, vacuum sexual, anthropomorphic sexual. I identify as self-sexual. I identify as a transmass, non-bi, demi-sex, dream-sexual, asexual, lesbian, POC, cis person. Don't you have to shrink your peen first? Oh, that's already small enough. What are you talking about, bro? Like it's probably actually smaller than what it needs to be. We've already been talking about this on the stream, bro. Like, so it's no longer this. Okay, it's no longer this. Oh, I gotta put my cup down. I've got to put my bottle down. So it's no longer this. It's no longer this, and it's no longer even this. You got to bring it in further. You got to bring it in further. Okay. 22 inches is a small quick bracket. No, it's that small now, bro. It's that small. Like I've been telling everybody here, take a Vienna sausage, and then cut out the meat in the middle, like all the meat, and then leave like 1 millimeter of meat, but like make sure all that skin is left, because there's like 1 millimeter of meat. That's how much actual like dick there is. But then the rest of like that casing that's left after that's the foreskin. So there's like the foreskin is longer than the actual dick, and that might even actually be fully inaccurate too. So actually no. You want to take one of those like those U-shaped sausages that you see at the store at Walmart, and you actually want to take that same concept and do that. So cut out all the actual meat in the middle, but leave the outer skin, and then leave like 1 millimeter of meat at the end, and that's how much foreskin to actual meat ratio there is. 1 inch is big, dude. 1 inch, dude. 1 inch is like, if you got 1 inch, that's fucking, dude. You're literally getting all the bitches. And think like with one inch. Like she don't need to worry about a gag reflex. What are you talking about? Like you got to think in the year 2050. The year 2050. because with the 1 inch dick, like she can put that whole thing in her mouth. Like she can't come up with an excuse like, oh, my gag reflex, or I'm choking, or fucking, oh, too big, and like no, like it's the perfect size. What are you talking about? And then you also have to think like you're not gonna be hitting that cervix either. So again, you got to think in like the year 2050 or like the year 2100, where we're just like everybody's just gonna have a small dick because of all the microplastics. Fucking like your balls are gonna shrink up to the size of peanuts again because of microplastics and all the chemicals that's in the food. And then eventually we're gonna get to a point where everybody in the world will actually become real they thems because like the human genitals will shrink so fucking much to the point where it'll just be a flat patch like a Ken Barbie doll. And then everybody's just fucking bumping flat patches. Why is the art community so damn toxic, filled with they them pronoun psychos who always start drama and fight each other? Also a bunch of pedos. Thank God Jelly and Chase are gone, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know why did they actually leave, bro. There's no way they actually left. Let me see real quick. Damn, bro. Did they really leave? I didn't say that, bro. What are you talking about? I got read receipts right here. Bro, there's no way they left. Did they really leave? It couldn't have been that bad. Like AI viewers, Twitch Max. Oh, you're a view botter. Never mind. He said, "I'm here, baby girl." Bro, I can't even. I didn't. I thought they were just fucking around. I didn't think they were actually gonna leave. I already told people like, should I leave? No, you're good, bro. You're good. I mean, like if you want to chill or whatever and chat or whatever, or just hang out and like watch a stream and see what goes on. I didn't think they were actually gonna leave, bro. Like I told people the block button exists for a reason. I really hope they didn't because I'm not. They're busy stalking Sky and trying to win her back. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like it is what it is. I mean, if they left or whatever, then it is what it is. Cause I'm not kicking you out here, bro. Like 7 horses come back, dude. It is what it is. Like if like I tell people if you got an issue with somebody, block them. Fucking block them. It's not that hard. Click. There's the block button. Click. You don't have to deal with them anymore. It's peaceful now, bro. I mean, I don't really care about their banter if they want to go back and forth or if they want to talk about like dildos or sex or whatever the fuck it may be. Like again, it is what it is. I don't like they can come in here and chill and talk about all that. I don't care. But I literally try not to I try not to cancel anybody as to the best of my ability. Except for the pronoun they them people. Like those are the people that I get the fuck out of here instantly. I don't know, man. That's if they actually left because of you, bro, like that kind of burns me the wrong way, to be honest. Like it's not that hard to block somebody and then you don't have to worry about them anymore. I don't know, because I thought they were just joking around or whatever. I didn't think they were taking anything serious. AI discourse, people literally do AI bad virtue signaling on videos from like 2009 and shit. What like they're like they're making videos At least this is the way I'm interpreting it anyway. It sounds like they're making fucking 2009 style videos that are virtue signaling that AI is bad. You can tell their whole hateful banter is comedic. Waiting for Elevator I sense BS in this chat. Alive is here. Bro, he's always here. I don't know. Sometimes I look at the chat and I'm like, sometimes I can't tell and sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can. I'm always under the assumption that everything's just joking until until it's not. He said, he's back. Wait, we want some exclusive bathwater, fresh from $13.99 per quart. Bro, what are you talking about per quart? What do you mean per quart? Like, no, we're doing $13.99 a shot glass. Dude, this is how you do business. Like you aren't getting a fucking full quart. That's way too much for $13.99. If I'm selling exclusive bathwater, it's just gonna be like a shot glass. That's all you get. 2009 and people in the comments virtue signal about AI bad, and the comments get like thousands of likes. Well, that's I think that's people just on the internet, bro. Because you got to think about who's actually on the internet more. Because here's the thing is, like, you're gonna go on the internet, you're probably gonna see more people virtue signaling in terms of like, oh, AI bad this, AI bad that, blah blah blah. YouTube has turned into a virtue signaling machine. That's also why I'm trying to get more of my viewers over to follow me over on other platforms like Kick and Rumble, because I'm really trying to get monetized on those platforms. So eventually, I can leap over to those platforms and um and then with the fucking issue that, okay, so I've been talking about the fact Jake Monroe just got demonetized fully. Like, he's not making anything on YouTube anymore. Nux Taku demonetized on YouTube fully, not making any money. And what's the commonality here? They're both like pretty heavy right wing guys. I mean, me, I'm not like a heavy right wing guy, but I do say some I do say some like right wing adjacent stuff, and I do have some more right wing leaning beliefs and stuff like that. And also, again, I would like to be able to say as much as I want to on stream, as unfiltered as possible, and Kick and Roll are platforms that I can do that to a better degree, because I can't. There, I would like to. I would like to engage more with comments and stuff. So again, Kick, Rumble, X also. I actually just started multi-streaming to X as well. Rumble is too echo chamberish because it's mainly just the most extreme right-leaning people on there. I mean, that's true. It's true because like Rumble, it's gotten more popular with right-leaning people because of the obvious censorship that YouTube's had. But in terms of free speech, I think it is a little bit heavier on free speech. So you can like have a more nuanced view, and you can talk about more nuanced things, and they're not going to censor you for having like some leftist leaning some more leftist leaning virtues or some leftist leaning values in you. But YouTube, on the other hand, you could, if you have like what they deem to be too far right leaning values, boom, there you go. And the scary thing is like the demonetization, there's literally no warning to it. As far as I know, there's literally no warning. Jake Monroe came back from vacation, boom, you're banned. And then like I think they gave him a reason. They said they told him the video why he was banned, or like they at least gave him they told him the video that got him banned, and then a week later, boom, you're fully demonetized. Twitter is a better option. Yeah, like I like X. I'm just not monetized on there, and it takes a while to get monetized on there, dude. Because like with like Twitter, dude, you have to be like chronically online and posting 24/7 in order to reach monetization on there. Ah, fucking bugs. People are less likely to go to echo chamber-ish social media sites, even if the site allows free speech. Yeah, I think so. Except for like, I think more left-leaning people are probably likely to go to like echo chamber sites because I mean, think they made Blue Sky. Like you got Blue Sky, and then fucking Reddit's obviously a heavy-leaning fucking leftist site now. YouTube keeps on changing their whole monetization policies. Yeah, that's the thing too. Is they up their requirements in order to get monetized on YouTube, and those new requirements, they're basically fucking impossible. They're impossible to get because people's standards are so fucking high for content now. Because like the average before was I think they say 8 months to 2 years for you to get monetized as long as you're consistent with posting and you're making decent content that people want to watch. But they doubled it, so now it could take you fucking like what, a year and a half to fucking 4 years to get fully monetized on YouTube. Like that's bullshit, dude. That's literal bullshit. And a lot of people are speculating, saying that well, they're probably doing it because of the AI slop content, so that way it's harder for them to get monetized, and then they just fucking and then they eventually give up. But that's not true because fucking they're literally just gonna bot their views, or they're just gonna keep posting AI content until they're monetized, and then they're probably gonna go make a vid. They're probably gonna go make another channel and just start the same process over again. So honestly, at this point, I don't really see the point of it. Like either, and plus, what does it really matter if you're posting AI content? Like, why do you care that people are posting AI content when it's making you money? Got to please the advertisers, probably because the economy. I mean, that's one piece of the puzzle, but it makes no sense. Like, you're literally, who cares if you're posting AI content? It's like people are gonna watch it. It's gonna make you money. They're gonna make money off of it, and it's pretty much a win-win. And people who want to watch human content, they're gonna watch human content anyway. So I don't know, man. I don't understand it. I mean, I got my monetization. Hopefully I don't lose it, because again, if I lose monetization on YouTube, I'm not streaming to YouTube anymore. And in all honesty, I'll probably just abandon the YouTube altogether, and I'll probably just try my best on whatever I have, like a Kick and Rumble, until like those don't work or they work or whatever. Internet might become fully under the control of worldwide governments. Imagine what will happen to YouTube, dude. We're gonna be fucked. We're gonna be fucked. You better hope the wrong person doesn't get in power, because we're really fucked. No, sir, not Carrot Top. Not Carrot Top. Ideas will screw over his free speech on the internet. Well, that's one thing that I am worried about, because fucking the main issue that I have is like, if there's a lot of shit tied to like an online virtual ID, that's the one thing I do see about it, is if you're a content creator, then fucking let's say your profile gets banned or whatever. Maybe people know your face, but they'll eventually forget, because it'll get like all your content will just get fucking buried anyway. And like, unless you do something really heinous nowadays, dude, people, like, your internet presence will disappear fast as fuck. I mean, look at how fast fucking I don't hear anybody talk about PewDiePie on the internet anymore. I don't, and maybe it's just my algorithms. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I don't see any posts about PewDiePie anymore. used to be the biggest fucking YouTuber to ever fucking be on the platform before he got passed by all these other channels. Markiplier, I mean, he's still big, he's still posting, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about him. He's a little niche, I guess, nowadays. Jacksepticeye, I don't hear a lot of people talk about him. So like, you can still be famous on the fucking internet. But the thing is you're not known by everybody unless the only one who's probably known by everybody like that is Mr. Beast. And shit, I've ran into people that don't even know who the fuck he is. Think about it, requiring ID not just for using privacy software, but also your own system. They want to make your devices require ID use. It's mainly IShowSpeed and Mr. Beast. Yeah. Your hair is down and there are handprints around your throat. What's going on? What do you mean there's handprints on my throat? I don't see any handprints on my throat. Probably shadows. But my hair is down today. I think my hair's been down for the past few streams, hasn't it? Usually it's like every other day that I have my hair up. But yeah, it's mainly IShowSpeed and Mr. Beast that are very, very, very have a high presence on YouTube. And even then, like again, I've ran into people who don't even know who either of them are. So yeah, unless like they have a really, really big presence, even the people that aren't really on the internet like that. Like if Mr. Beast deleted his channel tomorrow, people would forget really fast. People would forget pretty fucking quick. If IShowSpeed deleted his channel tomorrow, all of his videos, all of his internet presence, as much as he could, gone, people would forget really quick and move on. So you don't really need to worry. But then but now if you throw like ID into that fucking equation, then a lot of that internet presence is going to be tied to your ID, and fuck, who knows? Maybe people will be able to look you up via your fucking online ID and whatnot, but it's hard to say, man. Like, why do I need an ID to use the device I bought that already has a bunch of ads and subscriptions on startup? That's the way they want it, bro. They don't want you to own anything. They want to control everything you do. This is why my answer to a lot of things is move into the woods, live in a tent, live in a small community, go back to basics, probably have like a homestead or something like that. Because a lot of this stuff, it's just going to get worse. It's going to get way worse before it gets better. And that's assuming that it does get better. Because right now, I don't have any hope that it's going to get better. Somebody's been tugging on your hair, bro. Come clean. As that Guatemalan former jockey been in your cab? No, sir. Nobody's been tugging on my hair. Like, subscriptions for everything and ads everywhere were bad enough, but now the government basically dictates what I can see through ID or face scan. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be, man. And you know what? Like, the fucked up part about it is you don't have any control over it, because the average person, they don't care enough to fight back against it. At least until you take too much control away from them too quickly. That's the key to it. This is why I tell a lot of people, the reason why people get in an uproar about like certain things, like certain laws being passed, is because typically the government, like whoever put like the restriction, the law, the order in place, they try to do too much too quick. They try to do too much way too quick. So what do? They back it off, and then later on they kind of implement one thing that's just small enough from that thing that they proposed earlier that it slightly annoys people, but it's not big enough of a change for them to get up in an outrage and to protest or something like that. And then they slowly work the rest of what that proposed thing was earlier on, very slowly over time. So it's okay. So content ID, people, let's say they fight back against that. Okay, well, let's back off on content ID, but okay, let's just start let's start working like facial recognition scanning into stuff. Okay, people are probably gonna get a little annoyed about that, and but not enough people are gonna get outraged about it because it's just one thing. And then like let's say a year or two later, fucking okay, so let's start tying a lot of your passwords also to your facial scan. Physical money is wallet, and money is being phased out more and more. While I like digital wallet and everything, been realized digitalized, subscription based, and requiring ID just feels so dystopian to me. This is also the other thing too. I think we need to really, I think we need to find a way to work with the times, because like a lot of the digital stuff, it's gonna get here, but I think we need to start. I think we need to start really focusing on the aspects on what it actually means to own something. Because even the PlayStation site, they specifically say to the extent of how you own your physical games even now. Because they even specify in their terms of service that when you buy a physical game, you only own it to the extent that PlayStation allows you to, pretty much. So that's the stipulation they have on their physical games and their digital games. And the only way you might be able to get around that is if you like permanently disconnect your console while you still have the game. A lot of stores don't accept cash. On the rare occasion I tried to use cash, they said they don't accept it, and this was FedEx. Iowa hasn't gotten quite there yet. They haven't gotten there. There's a few venues here like that, mostly big upscale music venues. So and even then, you can bring cash into those places, and usually they have like what they call a reverse ATM, where you take physical cash and you load it onto a card at the venue that you can use to purchase stuff at that venue. Now I don't know how that works when if you want to get your cash back, but the more I use DoorDash and Curb, the more there is fraudulent activity on my account. Yeah, those platforms are getting more suspicious, man. I don't do delivery too often. The only time I do delivery for food is if I absolutely have to. And the last time I even did that was after my appendectomy, because I literally couldn't even get up to cook for myself. If I wasn't in so much pain, I literally would have just cooked everything for myself. But I just couldn't get up, and I just was like, fuck it, dude. Let me just order whatever I can, and I'll do my best to adhere to my diet as much as I can. Okay. I'm gonna give it like 10, 15 more minutes here, guys, and then I'm gonna be jumping off because I gotta sleep, man. I'm still a little fucking like lagging behind just due to the fucking not getting enough sleep and fucking the past few days. But hopefully I'll be back up into like normal performance levels tomorrow. I don't want to use ID and digital wallet for everything, but the government clearly wants this that way. Well, the other part about that too is like average everyday people, the digital wallets, they're so convenient, and it's just in human nature to take the path of least resistance. And the digital wallets, the digital IDs, it's the path of least resistance because it's just more convenient. No, there's people out there that they fight against it, but even if the vast majority of people take the path of least resistance, then eventually they're just gonna phase out a lot of that older stuff that you're trying to use to get by, and then it won't be an option anymore. New York and London is almost cashless, and these are the financial capitals of the world. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not here in Iowa yet, except for like a few upscale music venues. So, and like you got to keep in mind. So New York, I think New York's like a really heavy blue state. So I think the people that are most willing to accept these new things are typically the states that are leaning blue, and a lot of more progressive societies. Now, Who's to say if more conservative people are? Because I think more conservative people are generally for healthier activities and more freedom and stuff. Which is why I kind of lean more to that. Get ready for grocery stores themselves to be subscription based, basically Costco, but instead it's just what you buy, not just to enter the store. Bro, imagine buying ground beef on on a subscription. I think I was actually watching Asmon Gold on a stream talk about this, but apparently there's places that they're doing fucking like pay over time or like finance grocery shopping. Like, bro, why the fuck is there pay over time grocery shopping? That makes no fucking sense. Like they literally want to fucking charge you interest on everything that you have, and they want to put a subscription on everything that you fucking have. Anything that you buy. Oh, you go to McDonald's, you get a fucking cheeseburger. Okay, you're gonna be on a subscription. You have to be on a subscription or a member plan in order to like go to McDonald's and buy stuff, or whatever. Use that in place of any other fucking place or establishment that you want to go to. Walmart. Oh, okay, they're gonna turn that into Sam's Club now. So now you're gonna have a fucking membership to go into Walmart and buy stuff. Or fucking again Costco. Costco's membership based. Sam's Club membership based, which doesn't really make sense to me. Why those stores are membership based? Because why the fuck are those stores membership based? Wouldn't it be better to be open to the public so you can sell more product to people? Just charge more for the product. Just charge more for the fucking product. It's not that it's not that fucking novel a concept. Literally just charge more for the product. Pay over time keeps you in debt. Yeah, it does. It does. That's why I'm trying to get out of a lot of that shit now. Like once all my debts are settled and gone and shit, I'm probably not gonna have any credit cards anymore. Just an advanced version of those shitty free trials. Like, why am I forced to add my card just for a free 7-day subscription so they can charge me for the paid subscription? Well, a lot of those companies, they're riding on the fact either one, you're probably gonna need this service, you're probably gonna want the service after, or two, you're probably just gonna forget about it, and then they're just gonna keep charging you every single month until finally you remember, like, oh hey, I fucking like shit, I put my credit card on the hub a couple months ago and I forgot about it, and then I started NoFap, so now my card's just been getting charged for the past few months for something I'm not using. You might have to subscribe to buy Pum Pum soon. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? That already exists. It's called OF. It's called OF, bro. Like that's been a thing. That's literally been a thing. Except in that case, you're just paying for pictures and to maybe message the girl behind the screen. Maybe if it's not some Indian dude that's running your account. Just get like Cash App card. Don't think they charge for that, and it's free. Yeah, I have a few different accounts like that now. I have a Cash App. I haven't really used it a lot. I have PayPal. Just because they have a really good like cashback incentive for their debit card. It's like 5% cash back on groceries. I've heard people say that they don't like the guy that's running PayPal, but I mean, for what you get out of the debit card, yeah, I think it's worth it, and I haven't had any issues with them so far. And actually, fucking X, formerly Twitter, they actually just opened up X Money. And that's got a really fucking good interest rate on their checking accounts. It's like 6%. It's like a 6% rate on their checking accounts if you have I think X Premium or Premium Plus, and then if you do like direct deposit every single month. But like, I've been considering moving a lot of my accounts to that because, dude, the interest rate is so fucking good, and I don't really think I don't think I see X failing anytime soon because the fucking Elon Musk bought it out, and they might be losing money, or they may or may not be losing money. I don't know, but fucking, I don't really see that platform going anywhere like soon. Anyway, had to have 3 debit cards replaced in 3 months because of fraudulent activity. There's been Cash App attempts, and I don't have an account. I wonder sometimes, man. I really wonder. Well, this is also why I try to tell people don't put all your money into one account. Don't have all of your money just put into X money. Don't have all of your money in PayPal. Don't have all your money in like a credit union or a conventional bank account or Cash App. You need to have multiple accounts, and you need to have like your assets kind of split up between them however you want to. That's what the rich do. Yeah, you really have to though, and it's not like it has to be a lot. I mean, like you could I don't know. I don't again. Obviously I don't know your guys' personal finances, so it's really up to your guys' discretion on how you're gonna do this. But me personally, like I would have at least like the bare minimum. If let's just say for example I have had like $2,000, I would probably do it this way where I would have like $500 in X money. I would have like $500 in PayPal, and then I would have probably the rest located into Cash App, because if one fails, then you still have access to the other accounts. Or and then if you have like a bank account, maybe you have like 250 in there or something. That's why the rich always act like they're broke. They put little money on their personal accounts, tax exempts and shit. Well, a lot of them like I'll say Elon Musk for this example, but I don't know if it's the same way for like every single other rich person out there. But a lot of people say Elon Musk has a lot of money, but that's only on paper. I mean, sure, like he probably has like millions or billions of dollars worth of cash itself or cash assets, but most of his wealth is actually stocks. Like that's literally the vast majority of his wealth is just stocks. The rest, like he actually doesn't. And again, to the average everyday person, yeah, millions of dollars. That's a lot of money. But when you look at the bigger picture, the grand scheme of like his actual wealth, if you're not comparing it or anything, most of his assets are just stocks, other like other ownership type stuff, and that's about it. And and like I think last I checked, he's not even really a trillionaire anymore on paper, because like all his SpaceX stocks, they fluctuate up and down like a lot. He probably owns less than 50% of his net worth. Yeah, that's the thing behind it. So, and again, like yeah, he's millions of dollars. I know it's a lot of money. Like I look at that and I'm like, dude, he could probably give a lot of that money away to people, and like America would be very wealthy. But then at the same time, it's well, that would cause its own issues. But the point is that you can't always just look at the paper. You can't look at the number on the paper and just assume, oh, his net worth is $1 trillion, so he has $1 trillion of cash on him. Like that's just not how it works. He just owns a lot of stocks. He's made a lot of companies. Obviously, he's got a lot of stocks in the companies that he owns. So that's how that one works. I don't know how it works for all the other millionaires out there, but yeah, all that money Elon Musk has, a daughter that thinks she's a dude. I think he's talked about that actually. Thought it was the other way around. It's M to F. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention much to that. But I don't. I think last I checked, he doesn't really like associate much with like all of his kids, and doesn't he? Doesn't aren't all of his kids through with multiple women and shit? At least that's the last time I checked. I'll have to recheck my facts, so don't quote me on that. All right, gentlemen. Get your chats wrapped up. Get your chats wrapped up because I'm getting ready to take off for the night. I gotta sleep. I actually streamed a little bit longer than what I was intending to, but you know the chats go on. Pretty sure Mr. Beast actually owns most of his money. I know most of it's for his business ventures, so I don't know why he's talking about being poor and having to loan. Well, I think I think it's just a lot of what he does because he knows that he knows that when he makes a video, it's going to perform well, provided the idea is good enough. So that's probably why he has to take out loans for it because I mean, like he's got big fucking set pieces. Is it just that Amazon simp who's married? I don't know. I haven't looked into that too much. Again, a lot of this I'll have to look at later on and stuff. And honestly, again, I'm working on stuff in the background, so we could probably like do more research and stuff like this on streams. That way, that way, like we're just not gonna be shooting in the dark and everything here. So, rest assured, guys, I'm working on working on stuff. I'm working on stuff to improve the stream. I just need to like do some more testing around with this fucking Facecam app, and then also making sure that all my accounts are going to be safe for the viewing experience on YouTube, so that way I don't fucking accidentally show something I'm not supposed to show. Worth marrying nowadays, especially if you have money. No, it's not. Mr. Beast awards aren't crap because the government doesn't exempt winnings from taxes. It's hard to say, man. We'll have to do more digging and delving into this because I don't want to go and state I don't want to go and state stuff that's actually like not factual. I mean, I could presume, I could make presumptions and opinions and thoughts and stuff, but like from my viewpoint, I think he doesn't actually have like that actual money on him at all times, but again, like he's got big set pieces, and he might have to take out big loans in order to do that. And plus, he knows that his videos are going to perform well, provided that the idea, again, is of a good quality idea. And like Mr. Beast, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to get attention. He knows how to keep people engaged with his videos. So yeah, that's kind of my general thought. Is he takes out loans because he knows that he's going to be able to pay them back. What's up, Jacob? Sarah, is that Zaragoza? You're coming at the end of the stream, man. You're gonna have to subscribe. Come back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I'm ending the stream right here. We're wrapping it up, putting a bow on it, and calling it good. All right. That's the end of the stream, guys. So, calling it here. Anybody that's not subscribed, anybody that's not tuning in regularly, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Should be in that top corner up there, the white button. If you're not able to read or you can't see it or whatever, take a lot of money for taxes, so you'd have like $1 billion on you. Yeah, that's true. All right, but yeah, that's the end, guys. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, being regular viewers and shit. We're gonna do this shit again tomorrow. I might have the face cam and screen recording thing figured out tomorrow, so we might do something a little different. I'll see. I still gotta work out the kinks on that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But other than that, yeah, appreciate all the gifts and everything on the stream as well. We'll be back. We will return again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So stay tuned until then, and we're gonna have a blast. So peace out, y'all guys. Stay happy, stay horny, stay healthy, and see you tomorrow.